Guys, welcome. It's Luna, and today we have a new video as well as multiple new things. We have a completely new mic, so please do tell how this is working out. If it's not working out, we can go back, of course, but I want to see how this one works. I got it for Christmas, and I also got a new deck, the Angel Tarot deck. Honestly, such a beautiful, beautiful deck. Energy, everything. I used it once, technically, like one night so far with multiple readings, and the energy is just absolutely phenomenal. It is by Jane Wallace, I believe. Yes, Jane Wallace. Such a amazing deck and beautiful angel messages, so I do recommend getting this if you feel called to. Without further ado, this is a message for whoever needs it. Excuse me so much. So let's see. Quick message for whoever needs to hear it. Angels of the highest white light, source, spirit guides, Holy Spirit. What is it that? What is it? The fall upside down. No, okay. What is it that's whoever is listening needs to hear right now? Allow for this to come at perfect timing and for my spiritual gifts to be heightened to channel exactly what it is that you need to be said at this moment in time. I thank you so much for the peace, quietness, and stillness of this moment, and for the loving, healing message. Thank you so much for your loving presence at this time. Amen. I do feel like there's someone, like an angel around. It really does. This deck brings out energies you never thought could come around or that you were acknowledging. So yeah, I just want to acknowledge the presence near me with gratitude and love for the highest good. So the Empress came out, Angel of Abundance. Now, this card is all about being fertile and having that loving motherly energy. This light is really sticking out to me, and I'm not exactly sure what that is. I'm sure the book will talk about it. Let's see. What does the book say that is? Because it's quite an interesting. Nope, it does not. It just talks about the grain goddess. So let's talk about it. The Empress, or Angel of Abundance, is the partner of the Emperor or the Father, card 4. She is the mother, a dynamic creative force symbolized by her pregnancy and her number 3. Thankful for her blessings, the Empress is happy both to give and receive. Her corn sheaf links her with Demeter. Corn sheaf. What is that? Okay, interesting. The grain goddess of abundance. Her pink wings denote love, and her scepter, feminine power. Okay, so anyways, scepter and the sheaf, her corn sheaves. I assume that's that, and that's the scepter. So the power of that, it's glowing. There's a lot of divine power here. So keywords: the mother, happiness, fertility, love, and beauty, nurturing, stability, generosity. The Empress is love in action, love to show you or you demonstrate to others how much you care for them. Family and romantic relationships flourish under her influence, and the card can also predict motherhood. Overall, the Empress brings you closer to brings you closer to nature and fertility. Literally, or in terms of new ideas, you may be inspired to tend to creative projects, and there's a financial stability and growth too. As money flows and it is managed well, the Empress can also represent a female partner in a reading. Angel message says, appreciate what you have and keep nurturing what you want to see grow. A powerful affirmation with this card is I am abundant and at peace with myself. I am abundant and at peace with myself. I am abundant and at peace with self. Okay, so let's see what else. Strength and the Page of Pentacles, Angel of Courage with the Luck card. Oh wow, I never noticed this until I was just looking now. There's like water under here. It's like she's like crouched at the edge of a creek or something. I never noticed that. Oh my gosh. Okay, so the Empress, Strength, and the Page of Pentacles. Now, your keywords out here are abundance, courage, and luck. And I mean, to not only have the Empress, but the Page of Pentacles saying to luck, it's like there is a very fulfilling and abundant energy around you right now. I feel as though you've been holding a lot of courage, and Spirit's thanking you for believing in not only yourself but them. Because I feel like this is a long and hard battle that you've been dealing with. This perhaps may have to deal with home or the things that make you kind of feel secure. And I feel like you've been tending to yourself and your emotional body a lot more. You've been. So, in the Strength card, the lion can represent the ego, and it can also represent like shadow aspects of ourselves. It's our higher self kind of taming our ego, so to speak, right? And when we realize we are our higher selves as well as our lower selves, but we can always change these aspects through transmutation, right? We can have a much happier and loving life. I feel like the message that is trying to come across with these three cards is because you've had so much strength, because you've had so much understanding that you cannot do this alone, that your co-creation with the divine is really what is bringing this forward. Like the divine can't do it by themselves. Well, they can through divine intervention, but to work through you, there's a co-creation, right? Page of Pentacles, this may have to do with an idea or some sort of business, perhaps. I feel like there's something that you're dealing with that is very in the works of being very prosperous. It's just, it is taking a lot of strength and courage to move forward because you're a little untrusting, or perhaps deal with those untrusting bits of question. I mean, the ego always talks about it wants to do what's best for us, right? But it doesn't know what's best for us like it thinks it does. Our higher self truly knows the outcome, when our ego is really going off of what's happened in the past and what it thinks will happen. So let's see. Okay, let's do one at a time, please. Okay. So, Knight of Wands and the Knight of Swords, action and drama. I feel like this is a lot of outside influence trying to keep you distracted. I feel like as soon as you are trying to move forward with whatever your project really is, it's like something comes in and tries to cause a distraction, perhaps cause fear. And I feel like there's a reminder to like tunnel vision, stay focused, stay solution focused. If you're dealing with a lot of problems, it can be hard to really understand if they are blockages or if they are something that's trying to deter us, right? So always ask your intuition which that is. And I feel like we can usually tell. If we feel like we shouldn't do something, we shouldn't do it. If we feel like we're drawn to something but we keep getting these blockages, it's a something within ourselves or in our environment that is causing these energies to exist. So look into why they exist, why they're there, why you may be having these issues. There's always questions and more to be learned about self and the external. So, King of Wands, leadership. So, fiery energy. I mean, there's some sort of project that you're building on, there's some sort of something that you're really cultivating at this time. I want to say be careful of outside influences. Perhaps the divine gave you this idea and you feel like this is like a strike of luck. It's a strike of prosperity. I mean, look at the way she's holding this coin, right? She just looks like it popped out of nowhere. Let's see if it'll focus any better. So, and she's someone who, with these books, it gives me that idea that she's been studying. So this is someone, whoever you are, who you've been putting a lot of work in. You have been, yeah, bottom of the deck is trust with the Knight of Pentacles. You've been putting a lot of trust and work into whatever this project is. So, good job with that. Let's see, is there anything else? Support, Ten of Pentacles. There is a buttload of support in terms of emotional, financial, friendship support, right? Emotional support. All of that sort of thing is on its way to you. I feel like right now there's a completion phase of some sort. Four of Cups, indifference, yeah. So, I feel like this indifference can also be something that is helpful and harmful to you at this time. Angel of Innocence, the Fool, yeah. If you take this indifference with the idea of, you know what, I'm okay with whatever comes across, whatever the divine wants to bring to me at this time, I'm ready for, I am in the flow and the divine's placing me exactly where I need to be. That type of indifference is amazing, right? But we can also have indifference in the way of that boredom or dissatisfaction, right? Where, well, it's not great, but it's not horrible, right? So keeping the right mindset, there's always a story of perception we're telling ourselves. So if we're keeping it more of a positive perception, it can help us greatly, right? And it can help the divine connect with us more so. I'm feeling there is the green's really sticking out to me, so your heart chakra may be opened at this time. But with the wands, it's like this passion, this drive. So there's aspects of moving towards your goal, and then there's this luck and idea of money, right? Now, this doesn't really have to be money, but I do feel like this is because internally you're feeling like you're secure, you're abundant, right? It manifests externally. Everything we experience in life internally is an external, there is an external manifestation, right? We know when we lucid dream that when we think of something, it automatically appears. But when we're in real life, it takes a little bit because there matter, right? Matter in this 3D world takes more time to move than in your dream state, right? There, matter doesn't exist the same that it does there. So when our external world is not reflecting what we want it to, we have to wait in a, not so much wait, but we have to be patient with the external world and what it shows us, because it's showing us old versions of what we felt and believed. And at every point we can change that and change our future as well as the now, because we're changing how we view things, right? So keeping that perspective that is beneficial to you so you can manifest more of this, continue to have that abundant outlook, continue to have the courage to stand up for yourself and even question yourself, to have the courage to question your beliefs is very big. And I feel like that's something that's being kind of put out there right now. So we're going to end this off with a final bit of advice, all right? Ba-ba-ba. Advice for whoever needs it at this time. Thank you so much for this reading. The Fool, the High Priestess, and Knight of Cups. Okay. So you have two major arcanas, both the Fool and the High Priestess. We're skipping over the one we can see. We have 0 right to 2, and then the Knight of Cups. Okay. So, quite honestly, I'm actually getting this energy of like you are forgetting about yourself, right? The Knight of Cups, when I saw that, gave me you weren't giving yourself the attention or love that you need. Sorry about the camera, guys. Bottom of the deck, what is it? King of Pentacles, generosity. So it's funny that that is there, because it's like, on one aspect, the King of Cups, it needs to go inwards because it's feeling this lack that it wants more, right? It's not enough gratitude. But if you notice in the King of Cups, in most imagery, the cup is empty, but there's really water right there. They could be filling the water with anything, but instead they're filling it with these flowers, right? So I feel like there needs to be something known before we can move on, and that knowing is you need to focus on your own cup. You need to focus on what you're feeding yourself, right? Think about when I first saw this, I thought of the she loves me not, she loves me not, that type of thing. Or he loves me, whatever you want to, whatever gender, right? There was that energy of that, and it's like this questioning, this you're focusing on a specific outcome, you're questioning, you're not secure, you're putting all your energy towards someone other than yourself, right? And with the Fool and the High Priestess, I want to look at the High Priestess before. Actually, I didn't want to do it right before, but we'll do that now. So, the High Priestess, Angel of Power. The High Priestess, the Angel of Power, she signifies the power of intuition and spiritual connection and finding our true selves. Number 2, she appears between two pillars, right, poised at the edge of this world and the celestial realms. As the wisdom keeper of spiritual experience, she is shown with a sacred book and the symbol of a moon. The moon represents dreams and mysteries and the secrets that lay beneath the surface. Keywords include intuition, wisdom, spirit guides, higher self, divination, self-trust, secrets, and mentors. You may be feeling called to a spiritual service or find a way to develop your spiritual or your psychic ability. A mentor may guide you on the right path. Equally, you may become a mentor to others. The High Priestess rules the inner world. You may need to withdraw just for now. She asks you to pay attention to your intuition and the messages in your dreams. An additional meaning of this card is secrets and discretion. Angel message says, keep your own counsel and nurture your inner life through meditation, journaling, and spiritual discovery. Power affirmation says, I value my intuition and trust the messages I receive. You want to know what I just got there? You may be feeling so lacked out and in a state of literal lack, right? Like if you're having problems with a connection, right? Let's say you're not happy with your siblings' relationship or something like that. You're feeling like you guys don't see each other and you actually want to rebuild your connection. Maybe it's been really bad or had a lot of toxicness in the past, right? This can be a symbol of being grateful. There's a few things here. One, being grateful instead, right? Like if we looked at it from lack, one could be the story of I don't see my sibling enough, my sibling doesn't like me, I have little time with my sibling, like those types of things. If we are constantly telling ourselves it's lack, right? Instead, if we told her something with fulfillment and gratitude, it completely changes our vibration and our understanding of this world. And it also, therefore, implements more of what we're focusing on, right? Like if we're focusing on lack, we're going to get lack. If we're focusing on abundance, we're going to get that, right? So, say now you view it as, you know what, I'm really grateful for the time that I do get to spend with my sibling. I'm grateful I even know my sibling. I'm grateful. You start to literally count your blessings and you see how grateful or how fulfilling your life is, and that gratitude fills your life, if you know what I mean. So, that was one message, and there was another message of, oh yeah, hold on. Before I move on, don't go chasing after a person like that. For some reason, the petals keep filling, reminding me of filling the cup up with something that is not what it needs. It needs water, right? Cups need water, not flowers. And it's like that love me, she loves me not thing. Don't go chasing after people and focusing on people who aren't showing you a committed interest. If you have to question, don't even bother. Okay? Now, off with that topic. So the Fool and the High Priestess, I feel like we're missing that one because of this Knight of Cups. This Knight of Cups is also to signify that focusing on other people instead of their self. And it's like with that drama, if you let yourself get distracted by other people, your ego will therefore take control and try and create these stories and understanding and attachments to other people's ideas of what should be, right? Perhaps you have this idea that you're meant to nurture and give birth to and take action on and be this leader, right? Because it would make sense with the Angel of Power to become a mentor at some point. But to become that mentor, you need to really look at yourself and work through the trauma and unhealed parts of yourself that even you do not want to recognize. The first step is understanding that they're there, and then it's a process, right? It's not an easy process, but I promise you, once that process is done, you will feel so much better. So with the Fool, Angel of Innocence, right? I'm feeling like they're asking you to take that childlike mindset with, what would they call it? A realistic plan, almost. Like if you want to, I'm just gonna use my own examples of life for, because I can't think of another one for right now. Like let's say you want to write a book, right? If you have this idea that you really need to get this word out to others, or this message, whatever it may be, how can you take realistic planning steps towards that? Now, an unrealistic goal would to expect the divine to just hand this book to you, right? And sell it for you, right? But realistically, it's not going to happen. It doesn't happen like that. Instead, you have to continuously put effort into writing that book, right? And then once that book is written, you make the effort to put it out there, and then the divine will handle all the rest of the steps, right? Like getting the clients and trusting that the divine will get your clients, right? But there needs to be realistic action towards your goal, and I feel like that's what Spirit's talking about with the action card, as well as the Angel of Innocence and the Page of Pentacles. With the strength and the drama, like this and that together, like in the same row, with the High Priestess, it gives me the understanding that there's something within you that gets triggered by external dramas, right? This may be from people around you, neighbors, friends, family, lovers, whatever this may be. look inside to see why it's triggering you. Ask questions like, if your neighbor's yelling triggers you, why? Because you don't like yelling. Why? I don't like loud noises. Why? Because they bother me. Why does that bother you? It bothers me because it makes you feel insecure. Why does that make you feel insecure, let's say? And now I'm just going off a ramble of random examples, right? But you see how it gets to different examples, and you start to get to the root of each problem. And this can actually become very helpful for people who don't understand themselves or think that it just happens for no reason, because nothing happens for no reason. Everything is a trigger. It's just we don't recognize the trigger all the times. And a lot of the times we don't even understand that it is a trigger until we do that deep research on ourselves. So, look inwards, right? I feel like you have a very divine mission that the divine has placed upon you to not only grow yourself, but to help others grow in your journey. Perhaps not right now, perhaps at a later date, but perhaps now as well. Like, it just feels like right now you need time to yourself. You need time to really nurture and take care of all that's hurting within you, right? Page of Pentacles, Knight of Cups, and then the King of Wands. I'm feeling the need to say, don't work from a state of lack. Like, let's say you're like writing a song, right? If you want to write a song, you could write a song about feeling your emotions, right? And that would be really positive because it's transmuting and understanding yourself more. But in the other aspect, it could be negative when you're working from a state of lack, like you don't want to write or you don't want to sing, right? And instead you force yourself to do it and it's not what you want. Something along like that. Know when to take a break and when to step back, when to transmute your energy externally and when to heal it internally. The King of Pentacles at the bottom of the deck over there, generosity, gives me the understanding you can become this King of Pentacles and you can totally have this peace and stability as soon as you work through these problems, right? Change your mindset, work through these deep rooted fears that you have, right? Angel of Power keeps sticking out to me. The High Priestess just at the middle of our reading right now. I just feel the need to say, don't let others get in the way of this divine mission, because others may be trying to implement their ideas or what they think should happen in your life or who you should represent. And maybe you even have expectations for yourself, but realistically, the divine is working through you. Allow for the divine to place their own expectations upon you, and that's just to live, to be your highest self, and you existing is doing that, okay? So, is there anything else before I close off this reading? Okay. So, you may be dealing with a lot of challenges and juggling your problems, and you may actually have quite a bit of issues going on in the back burners, and they're actually asking you to take notice of them and work them out instead of leaving them there. Now is the time to really nurture and love yourself and all parts of yourself, including the hurt parts. Wow, you guys see that I picked this up multiple times now, twice, to the Seven of Wands challenges. These challenges are helping you to become this high priestess, right? You can't. What was it? The angel of wisdom. I don't know. Oh, I did it again. Oh my gosh. No, you saw that, right? Where was it? The emperor, the angel of wisdom. They are helping you become the angel of wisdom. Under that was judgment, the angel of the past. Guys, you truly and utterly um are so loved and so guided at this time. You are becoming this person who is meant to become this leader, right? Who is meant to become this mentor to so many people, to help spiritually awaken many people and allow them to work through their emotions, right? But first, you must go through this, and I feel like you have, and you're working towards that completion of one cycle of this in your life. I feel like this is more mastering your emotional body at this time, so that way you can also master some more of your spiritual body, right? Um, let's see, anything else before we close this off? When you're finally going through with this journey and you're farther along in the aspects of you have successfully completed this project, which the divine knows you will, right? Where you've successfully worked through a lot of your issues, which the divine knows you will, and it's already proud of you. And where you can finally see a lot of clarity in places that you had not seen before, you're going to be a lot farther along with a lot happier of an attitude, and you're going to hold a lot of gratitude for where you were back then or even right now, and see how beneficial that time was for you to learn all that you needed to know then. And so that way you could share your generosity and share your love, your wisdom, your knowledge, your healing, and your security, your abundance, right, with others, so that way they could feel abundant and secure. So that'll be all, guys. I pray you found everything that you needed. I know this will reach exactly who it is meant to when it is meant to. So I love you all. Thank you so much for joining me today with this reading. I had an amazing time reading for you with this new deck. If you're interested, again, this is the Angel Tarot deck by Jace. Guys, I can speak English, I promise. The Angel Tarot deck by Jane Wallace. It's so beautiful. Just saying. So yeah, we're gonna close off the reading here. If you're looking for a more specialized, specific reading, I do offer personal readings at this time. They're on sale till the 1st right now for, I believe, I don't want to say anything. There's a community post on my page, but everything is on sale right now for those personal readings anybody may want. So they are open. Look forward to booking and talking with you all. Thank you so much for, booking readings and all that's good stuff. I genuinely appreciate it so much. So, yeah. I love you all.